All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, you're welcome to Diamond Hills. Today, we'll be talking about maybe Nigeria is being ruled by Democrats, maybe it's democracy or gerontocracy. One of the issues that have recently dominated national discourse is the need for a generation power shift to the youth, self-determination, separation of the country along regional line like it was in the 1960s, Western region, Eastern region, and the likes. Some stupid government, that those people that patronize the government, they call it secession, some call it separatism, but the appropriate filtering, the word that fit the bill, the correct word is self-determination. These are the words that have, to those that still believe in Nigeria, they think about, they talk about restructuring or generational shift from old people to younger people. But for the sake of today's topic, I will dwell majorly on the issue of self-determination and the issue of gerontocracy. Not as if I believe in Nigeria. I just want to speak about the evil of allowing old people that are very close to their grave to be running the affair of younger people that still have years ahead of them. That is why they don't care. They are very close to their departure boarding gate. They don't care about what becomes of you. That's why they ruin your economy, ruin your life, ruin the system without blinking an eye. All right? So, like I said, Nigerian youth believe they've been shortchanged in the past and are demanding a generational shift in who governs Nigeria as political reparation for past youth's marginalization in political leadership. The recent ascendancy of the young at add to the corridors of power in several developed countries has bolstered this campaign. Prominent among them are Emmanuel Macron of France, Kim Jong-un in North Korea, who is pursuing a nuclear power development campaign in his country. Another one is a Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, who was just 43 years when he was sworn to office some 3 years ago. So the clamoring for generational shift of power in Nigeria can never be out of place, because all this stupidity that is happening in Nigeria now is due largely and in part to the fact that the guy that is there now, Buhari, belongs to the old class of people that believe subjugation is the only path to retaining power. He was one of the people that destroyed the Biafra, that crushed more than 3 million southeastern Nigerians. So this war has never ended in his brain. The war is still going on in his head. All of the people that have fresh ideas, they don't give them a chance. That is why Nigeria is still, because these people, they have the 1960 mentality. That is why Nigeria is still 60 years backward. You understand? So, old people in charge of your economy, in charge of your central bank, in charge of your defense architecture, these people are just tribalists. You understand? Especially this Buhari of a guy. That is why you guys must wake up. There is nothing that gerontocracy can bring to the table apart from denial, death, lack, deprivation, disease, nothing more. So that is why we got to sit up and empower our youth. Listen to them, so that we can embrace new ideas. All right. Let me tell you something. There is 5 characteristics of gerontocracy. Number 1, old people, they are prone to sickness and disease. It is natural. It is not as if it is only natural that old people are prone to sickness and disease because the body system is weak, tired, worn out, tears, wears and tears, depreciation in cognitive faculty, in the thinking and mental process. So when you now put the wrong foot in front to lead you, that is why Nigeria is experiencing what it's experiencing. These guys, they don't have fresh idea. Their brain is dull. They cannot process things. They forget easily. Dementia set in. Lethargic thinking. Weakness of body. Weakness of spirit. Weakness of soul. Weakness of the faculty of the mental process. And it will have a telling, debilitating effect on their fear of such a country. So their body is tired, they are prone to sickness and disease, they cannot think straight. They have old ideas, and they are very arrogant. They believe they know it all. No matter what you tell them, they don't believe you. They are still thinking of 1960, 1940, 1930, 1920. That is why Buhari, as at 21st century, is still looking for the old grazing route of the Usman Dan Fodio era, of the Ahmadu Bello era in 1960. Buhari is still looking for that grazing route. Why everybody in the world, in Holland, in Brazil, even in Kenya, they are embracing ranching, they are embracing animal husbandry like a business in a modernized way, thinking of improved hybrid, thinking of a lot of things that can make the life of the farmer and the life of the animals easier, to generate more return, get more productivity. But your dear Buhari is still looking for the grazing route. If Nigeria built their life on this kind of guys, no wonder Nigeria has become a laughingstock to the international community. That is why the old Buhari does not think that he that goes a borrowing, goes a sorrowing. That is why they don't care. He has calculated it. The next few years, I'm out of the picture. But he cannot think that the incoming generation, that what is going to become of their life, billions upon billions of dollars, credit not only to the Paris Club or to the IMF, but to China of all people. That is why Nigerian youth must be seriously aware of what is coming for them. China will recover their loan to the last kobo. If it means selling off Nigeria, you will pay. And that is what this guy is doing to you. And you still go to the airport to welcome him and be dancing for him, celebrating him because he's your tribesman. Yeah, your father is a member of his cabinet, and you think that is necessary. Man, everybody will pay for all of this. It can only get worse. It can only get worse going forward. It can only get worse going forward. That is why I cry for Nigeria. Anytime I think of the future is bleak. And in fact, if I may be sincere with you, there is no future. These people are very sick. They cannot think straight. Anybody that want to block them, they kill him. That they still live in the wet era. They still live in the era where power is might. They still live in the era where only might is right, where power emanates from the barrel of the gun. And this is the kind of guys they are projecting. Look at him. Buhari is almost 90 years, is leaving the stage. Another one that is almost 90 years also, or more than 90 years, is coming. And he told you he is 67 years. But these guys are nothing less than 90 years. They believe in killing, they kill their way. That is why they cannot tolerate Chief Sunday Adeyemo that has said nothing, done nothing, apart from self-determination. So they look around, what can we do to him? We have to kill him. Nnamdi Kanu, we have to shut him up. Omoyele Sowore, we have to shut him up. They believe in subjugation, depression, suppression, repression, molestation to drive home their point. So, Nigeria, you have a reason to scamper for safety. You have the right. There is a genuine need for all of you to come up, think of how to rescue your land from the hands of these vultures and vipers. These people are worse than cobra. They are ready to devour you, devour your destiny. They've been doing this since time immemorial, and they are not letting go if you don't put up a fight. You can put up a fight in the form of self-determination, in the form of regional governance. What matters is rescue your land from the hands of this killer. That is the only thing they know. That is the only thing they know. Killing, 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 till they can kill no more. That is their life. That is what they know how to do. It's left to you to fight back and secure your land. If this guy becomes the president, you can maybe thinking, yeah, he's a Yoruba man, he will do good to Yoruba people like Buhari, he will support Yoruba, but the bottom line is Yoruba cannot do what Buhari is doing. When Obasanjo was there, he distributed everything equally to every zone. Tinubu will not do the Fulani agenda that Buhari is doing. Yorubas will not even accept it from him to do that. So that is out of the question. But what is the makeup of his mental state? What is the mental makeup? What is there upstairs for him to run the affair of more than 200 million people? We saw what Buhari could offer. Buhari at the age of 40 could not offer anything. Talk less of when he's 90 or 85 years. And now the other sick one that will end up in wheelchair is warming up. As you can see here, see, it's on walking stick. You can see it here. You can see his walking stick. Next time he'll be on crutches. Then a 40-year-old guy that is standing on his 2 feet, thinking 24/7, cannot run Nigeria. Not to talk of these people on wheelchair. They practically live on wheelchair. If Buhari failed to go to London in the next 2 months, he will pack up. And these are the kind of guys you are waiting for to deliver the dividends of democracy. You will not get any dividends. Nigerian youth, rise up, support self-determination, at worst, regional independent governance. That is the only way to go. That is the only thing I want to ship into you. If you allow this kind of guy to hijack your system, to hijack your democracy, you will have yourself to blame. These people are sick. Mentally, they don't have anything. They still live in the old Stone Age. They believe might is right. They believe power emanates from the barrel of gun. These people are murderer. They are hire killer. They believe in assassination of the enemy, of their political opponents. And if you pitch your tent with these kind of things, you are in for a root shock. They don't want generational change. They don't want modernization. They don't want to live in digital era. They want to go back to analog where they will be thumb printing, and anybody that want to block them, they kill and maim. You saw what they did in Soka, in the home of Chief Adeyemo Igboho. You saw what they did in the home of Nnamdi Kanu. You saw how they maltreated Sowore. Up to now, Sowore cannot travel out of Abuja. They are trampling on his fundamental human right, freedom of movement. He has committed no offense. This is the kind of guy you are waiting to vote to power. If you either you vote Atiku, you vote Tinubu, you are still in the same soup. The same Tinubu that cannot think well, that doesn't have good judgment, the Tinubu that ignore Omoyele Sowore, that abandon Dr. Kingsley Moghalu, Professor Moghalu, that abandon what's the name of this woman? This bring out our girl's woman. I've forgotten the name now. The Tinubu that abandon people like that abandon intelligent guys. Tinubu that cannot support somebody like Dele Momodu to become the president, that cannot support Moghalu, that cannot support Sowore, that cannot support Fela Durotoye, went to support this sick, empty-headed guy that doesn't even have a school cert. And now you see the same judgment he will use to govern you. Look at Atiku. What has he got up? What has he gotten upstairs? Nothing. And please, I'm begging, I'm pleading with you, youth of Southern Nigeria, stand, queue solidly behind self-determination and rescue your life from the grips of this vampire. I will not say more than this. These people are sick. They depend on medications. They live on drugs. If they don't take a drug, if they don't take medication a day, they cannot function. And they will never develop the medical facilities in Nigeria because they believe they are better than you. That is their right. You don't deserve it. They go abroad to get it. You will never get it in Nigeria. That is their plan for you. And if you speak, they crush you. They blow your head off with assault rifles. You see you saw what they did in Ibadan. They killed 2 Nigerians. They've killed thousands in the southeast. In the home of Nnamdi Kanu alone, they killed more than 100. So as to intimidate, browbeat, and shut up and shut down Nnamdi Kanu so that it will not disturb what they believe is their right. Look at them. Look at them. Look at your president. Look at your president. Yeah, that is your president. And this is the incoming. Living on the walking stick. That is what is waiting for you. Look. See them. So, this is Diamond Hills. We hit the nail on the head, irrespective of whose ox is God. Subscribe to this channel. Be a member of this great family of truth and light. There is no darkness in us. We speak the truth. We expose you to the light of modern life. What is happening? We tell you the way it is. No hiding. We open your eyes to see what is happening in the world, so that these people will not use their darkness cocoon, their deceit, to browbeat and intimidate you, so as to corner all your resources. The word is enough for the wise. See you next time. Have a nice day. Bye.
Let me come to you, President Buhari, because in some ways you represent what we fondly call the giant of Africa, right? You're the largest economy on the continent, the most populous economy on the continent. A significant part of that economy are young people. And in my mind, Nigeria has always held the place that education was, at an individual and societal level, was seen as such a critical issue. That it was a real predictor of social mobility, that individuals could use education to pull themselves up from poverty into success, and then a society would transform itself at an aggregate level because it was educated and could be better citizens. How do you think about that critical challenge, given the significant numbers of people in Nigeria and the various disparities that exist?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think you said it all. Being over 200 million and the size of the country itself is a major challenge for any administration.
Absolutely.
But luckily, people have realized that education is a starting point.
Yes.
Anybody who missed the opportunity of receiving education, he has missed everything. Because you cannot succeed outside your educational qualification. This is very clear to everybody, hence the fight for opportunities for education is very, very severe. The problem of infrastructure, physical and intellectual. Physical is the sense of classrooms, equipment,
textbooks.
Intellectual, the teachers, and convincing those who are really qualified to go into teaching profession. Teaching profession, you would rather go where engineers are wanted, where they will award contracts,
yes,
rather than fight children day in and day out. So I assure you that Nigerians are acutely aware of the priorities of education. And they are going all out to make the necessary savings and make the necessary inputs to make sure that their children and their wards get the opportunity to have the best of education.
Rousing words, rousing words. And I can feel the weight that sits on all your shoulders as you think about these critical questions in times when resources are just not there. The economies are not humming as they should. Your tax receipts are not there. And you have to make those really difficult choices between what do you fund and what do you not fund.